Here we are back at our beautiful beach. Super low tide today, so Ocean's out there on the boogie board with his dad. And I was just thinking that there's like two types of people, right? There's the people that in the morning they wake up in their mind, right? You wake up, consciousness turns on, and they think, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna start my day. And then there's another type of people that they wake up and then they're like maybe they're assessing how tired they are or whatever it may be, and they feel, I need more sleep, and go back to sleep. And one of the main things that's like suggested for success is like starting your morning early, because it's like a head start on the day. So I was just thinking, like, what are the characteristics of the person that's getting up first thing, right when they wake up? And is that like denying the way that their body's feeling? Like, is it wrong to assess how you're feeling? No, it's not wrong. But maybe the need to assess like how much sleep I got, rather than just like, oh, I'm up for the day, could get you out of bed. I don't know. I was talking with Josue in the car, and he was saying that those are the two types of people, like with successful people and failures. Because I said, what do you think the two types of people are? Like, what are the personality traits where someone wakes up and they just get out of bed and start their day? And what are the personality traits of the person who's like, I feel like I want to sleep more? So I'm curious what you guys think. Is it just as black and white as like successful and not successful failure? Is that it? Because I don't think if you're not successful, you're a failure. I feel like there's an in-between. Genetix tanning oil is giving. Cannot believe how brown it makes you. So I'm always trying to crack the code on like, how do I be like the best possible version of myself, whether it's like personal development or just like shifting my routine in order for it to be like more cohesive with like the life I want. You know, I think I went off social media. I went off Instagram specifically for like a week or 2 weeks or something like that. I think it was only a week. Oh my god. It was more than a week. It was like, I think it was like 2 weeks pretty much. It felt really good for me to like disconnect and not have that like constant thing where I'm like on my phone and like not in the present moment, because I think that creates a lot more like stress and anxiety. Like, you're not at ease because you're not like where you are fully. And so I really enjoyed that aspect of it, and so I kept that habit where like when I wake up, first thing, I don't go on my phone. But the next thing I'm thinking is like unplugging even more, and like maybe first thing when I wake up, I don't need to know what time it is. I mean, obviously the days that you have stuff going on, you probably have to know what time it is, but on the days that you know you're at home for like the first few hours, you're not going to wake up later than like whatever time, like, you know. So I'm trying to, you know, figure out that flow a little bit, because I found that for me, it works better for me to not use social media until like after I've already like gotten up, made breakfast, and like decided like what kind of person I am for that day, rather than like being flooded with all these different people's realities and not being in my own present reality, because pretty freaking dope here. But it's hard because I think it's way easier to just be in a state of like dis-ease, like of like, it's great, but you know what I mean, like no matter where we're at, like it's kind of easy to do that if you're constantly looking at other people's realities rather than just like being in yours. So yeah, just trying to really crack the code on this. Want some water? Does anyone else's dog just like constantly refuse water? Like, he has water and he just doesn't care to drink it. Like, I mix it with his food in order to make sure he's getting water. I've talked to a few other moms who shared this same issue, where not only are they finding themselves irritated throughout the day, or frustrated, or just like slightly angry, like probably overstimulated is what it is, and how to not be like reactive when you're in that space, and then like the guilt of like if you weren't like as peaceful as maybe you would like to be, And so those are the things that like I'm trying to like fix and like align better or align with, is like, how do I make it so that, one, I'm not irritable all the time? Like, what is it? So first I started with like my diet, because I think that's where everything starts. So making sure that I'm actually like fed, because for me, as much as I love food, I don't love making it, and I don't love spending that time to like do it. So I've just been like trying to get in a better habit of like eating 3 times a day, and I don't think that's forever, but maybe like while I'm breastfeeding I really need that energy, and I think maybe everybody needs that, like 3, you know, I don't know. That's what I need though, for sure, because if I'm fed, I'm definitely less irritable. If I'm drinking enough water, high quality water, Kangen water specifically, I'm feeling good. And the reason why I say Kangen water is because it's hydrogenated alkaline water that's like there, accessible in your home. It's the water filter that we use. It's literally the best thing. I'm big on Kangen water because number 1, it tastes amazing. Number 2, extra hydrogen helps to hydrogenate your cells and actually get you hydrated. So like if you're like me and you don't always like to drink a lot of water, the water that you are drinking is hydrating you. So big on Kangen water. If you guys want more information on that, you can email me here and I'll help you get all the information. I am a distributor. I haven't yet distributed one, but I have one and I believe in it, and I feel like eventually someone's gonna ask me like, how do I get one? So anyways, first it was what's going into my body and how do I make sure that I'm fueled in a way that my body isn't going into that like cortisol overdrive space. So making sure I'm eating and hydrating really well. But then it was like, okay, social media, like, am I using it? Is that like affecting my reality? And maybe I didn't not use it for long enough, but I do need to use social media for like my career and like how I make a living. And so there is still value in it for me, but I'm just trying to like disconnect from it in ways that like are healthy and like focus more on creation rather than consumption. And I do consume sometimes, but like in specific times. Like if I'm gonna like go take a shit, I'm probably gonna be on social media. Wow. Because I don't know. Are you with me on that one? Like I feel like everybody is. So yeah, using it in correct times and how I want to use it, those were the things that I was like taking accountability for, because you get into this cycle like as a stay-at-home mom where like if the baby's resting, like you want to rest, but your mind's super active, so like you end up on social media. And so now instead of being on social media, I'm using the apps that like I want to be using, which are like video creation, photo. I use Chatbooks. This is not an ad, but Chatbooks is really cool, and you can put like photos in it, and then they can create books out of the photos that you put in it. So that's really cool because the books get sent to my parents' house, and then there's like all these like hardcover books of Ocean in his first 2 years of life. So yeah, I love those. It's a really great way to have like a solid memory item, because now everything's just like on our phone. So it's like cool to be able to look at those and other people to look at them, especially because we don't live in the same country. So yeah, anyways, I'm just trying to keep finding different ways that I can like be more on optimal level. And so what we're putting in, what we're also... Hola.
Hola, buen día.
Buenos días.
¿Necesitas ceviche, por supuesto?
No, muchas gracias. Gracias.
Bien.
Wow! It's really hard to stay in my flow of like what I want to say and like what I want to channel when there are other energies interfering. So I would love to know what habits you are creating to align with like the frequency of the life that you want to be living. The next is obviously the physical body. So creating a habit, daily practice, or as often as it works in your life practice. Used to be really big on daily, and now I'm like, okay, the days that it works and I have opportunity, I get on my mat. And I started like not disconnecting my practice from when I'm with Ocean. Like I was trying to save it like just when I'm alone, and I start incorporating with him doing yoga with me, and now he loves it. Like, his favorite pose is happy baby, and he does down dog, and he does three-legged dog, and he's learning, and it's so cute. And that's going to be just like a normal thing in his life. So if you want to create a habit of daily yoga practice, you should check out my course, Creating a Habit. There are 30 videos in here, easy, guided, no more than 20 minutes long videos for you to have a yoga practice every day or as often as you want. 30 days to create a habit. It takes 21 days to create a habit. I gave you 30, so we're gonna create a practice. But yeah, finding those little things. So I'd love to hear what little things in your day-to-day life put you in the most optimal vibration. For another thing for me is like not having coffee first thing or matcha first thing or any kind of caffeine. Making sure that I'm hydrating, fueling, then the intake of caffeine. I'm kind of like love or hate relationship with caffeine because being anemic and it's not great to spike your blood sugar like that. So I know that it's not the greatest thing for me, but I have a hard time keeping up my energy throughout the day. So I find that I'm more of an assistant of the universe if I have some caffeine. But not much. Literally, like, I have this little tiny cup, not even half a cup of coffee or matcha, and definitely after I eat. Or I'll have green tea or black tea, but those don't seem to like really do it for me anymore. Or in the evening or like afternoon, like I would never drink a coffee later than 12. Like anytime I do, it's just regret and anxiety probably. I'm just trying to keep tweaking those little habits, and maybe they're super extreme modifications that you need to make, or maybe they're just like little tiny things, like when you wake up just getting out of bed. I am gonna crack the code to this. I am gonna figure out how to be at my most optimal level. Wait, how you nourish your body matters. Here comes Ocean, probably super mad that he has to get out of the water now. He's never ready to get out. Bean!
Fufa!
Woohoo!
Fufa!
Yeah.
Fufa!
Yeah, boy.
Fufa!
What do you mean what? Let me see the catwalk. Kiriko!
I am now the holder of the microphone. I hold the power in my hands.
Okay, I wouldn't say all the power, but I'm still gonna be editing you.
Just the camera. We're surfing today. Little boogie board. Ocean had more fun in it. It's easier.
Super low tide today.
It's easier to do it with on that thing than on my longboard. Because I'm always concerned about the fins. The boogie doesn't matter. It's fun. Did you have fun, Ocean?
I'm ready to go in this slide.
We did. About to get myself a little beer. Yeah. What's up, Doug? What's your name? What's your name, buddy? He's not much of a talking guy. Something more interesting than me just procrastinating about this.
Yeah. Here's Moo's new bestie. Oink. We don't even know where this dog came from. Hi. Hi. So I think I'd like to end this video vlog. With a garden update on how we're growing, because it's so cool to look back at like the growth. Babe,
What?
what are you doing?
What do you mean?
Okay, so the almendra is growing. She's growing. Sway's dad put all these new rocks around. Okay, and then this guy, she needs a trim. She for sure needs a trim. Sway's doesn't want to cut it, probably like doesn't want to cut his hair. But these two girls on the bottom, they gotta go so we can have some more height, some more growth. But the garden is blooming. Kind of wild, kind of beautiful, just like this. So, hello future self watching this, which is the main reason I'm making these videos to look back at. But also thank you guys for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting. Happy travels through onward your journey of life.